The monsters managed to occupy the Sishan region and reach the governor's residence. Two men were discussing the banquet they had attended. It was the first marriage between a human and a monster. The adults did not eat, they had no appetite, but the little boy who stood behind them should have tasted some food. The boy approached the maids and asked them for a piece of something edible, saying that it was his sister's birthday today. The poor man's appearance frightened them, and they wanted the guy to leave this place. Suddenly, a huge, frightening shadow loomed over the boy. It was a huge monster who asked if there was any blueberry pie left. One of the girls immediately rushed to apologize. Then the creature grabbed the baby by the t-shirt and lifted him up, saying, "I'll use him as a snack." A moment later, the boy found himself over the mouth of a huge monster. "We still have blueberry pie," the maid blurted out. But it was too late. The baby was eaten. After this action, a stone flew at the monster's head. "Give me back my brother," screamed the little girl. The creature began to come closer, and people had no choice but to run away in panic. Then the creature bent over the girl and was about to tell her something. "Your brother, he tasted wonderful," said the monster. Looking at the crying child, he added that she would also make a wonderful snack. Meanwhile, an important person came to the governor's chambers. The man reported that the war between humans and monsters was almost over. The city was being rebuilt, and the quality of life for people was close to pre-war levels. The monster, knowing the man's merits, offered him the position of president of the Reserve Bank. The other two people envied President Jing, as few could achieve two lucrative positions. The maiden clapped her hands and said, "Well, all the honorable guests are here, so we can proceed according to plan." The hunters had to block all entrances and exits. People began to suspect that they were being used as bait, and they didn't want to stay with the rebels either. The guards hastened to reassure them. They guaranteed the safety of all guests at the banquet. A moment later, there was a huge explosion. The frightened people were covered in blood in an instant. "In order to celebrate the governor's wedding, I wanted to present a gift," the unknown person said. It was a young and handsome guy, holding the head of a monster in his hands. People began to leave the place in fear. They considered the young man crazy for causing such a thing at the festival. The girl, seeing the guy, began to descend the stairs. "A rank-wanted criminal, Zuochi," she said. "You showed up at the right time. I'll use you as a gift for the groom," the bride added. Hunters had already been sent to the martial arts center that had accepted the boy. "If after my training they lose to your people, then they are trash," the young man said. Virgo stated that she does not like stubborn men, believing that this is how he tries to hide his complex about the main part of a man's body. A moment later, the girl ordered her people to deal with the guy. Warriors armed with pikes and swords attacked the man in the red jacket. But he had enough combat experience, so he dealt with the bastards with just his hands. 3 A-rank hunters and 1 S-rank hunter were destroyed in an instant. Then he decided to come closer, and he asked if these were really the warriors who were sent to destroy the martial arts center. "I'm going to die." These thoughts visited the bride after the guy approached. "Go away, I don't kill women," the warrior blurted out. "How stupid of you," she thought, smiling. While the maiden continued to talk about revenge, something flashed near her head. The hero did not keep his words and struck. "Since you're married to a monster, there's no point in considering you a woman," the boy blurted out. The girl's husband, a huge creature, appeared before the young man. "There is no magical energy emanating from your body. You are not a hunter and obviously not a monster. So where does such power come from?" the giant asked. The hero, getting into a fighting stance, blurted out, "Remember, asshole, these are martial arts," he finished and struck the giant. The attack was so powerful that the entire space in front of Zuochi was covered in dust. "All martial artists are just trash. They are even worse than hunters," the monster said, grabbing the boy's fist. In response to this, the guy smiled. "Golden Bell, 18th layer," he fired. "Iron Shirt, 12th layer. And finally, the body of the Black Demon Lord, the 16th Shroud." These sensations from the transformation made the hero feel carefree and relaxed, grabbing the creature by the face with his massive red hand. The young man said that he was always pleased to hear cries for help from his opponents. The monster, imprinted on the floor, asked the guy who he was to have such power. "Immortal. They become such by mastering martial arts to perfection. There are legends about such people. Many years ago, people fought with creatures. They are everywhere. We are surrounded," said the frightened young man. There was an old man with him. He had a lot of experience in battles. But even he admitted that they could not win, because this place turned out to be a trap. "Head of the 5 Peaks Blade Alliance, is this all you can do?" asked the girl who had also taken part in the battle. Meanwhile, the old man's friend was crushed by the paw of a huge monster. "Ha ha, these little people are even resisting," said the creature. The grandfather and the girl tried to cope with him, despite the size of this giant. "It looks like our path will end here," the old man said. The demon, swinging his sword, blurted out that he would devour the warriors after dealing with them. Suddenly, a bright yellow flash pierced his body. A moment later, the monster fell right in front of the old man. "Oh, you're both still alive," said the hero. "Heaven-splitting hand, Zuo-Chi, you have become stronger again," the grandfather blurted out. The maiden, seeing the hero, informed him that his true energy began to look tastier. She offered him to merge in cultivation, suggesting that their children would become the strongest martial artists, but the young man refused. The old man reported that the hero had arrived just in time. "It's time to finish off the one who betrayed us," the savior blurted out. "Do you want to kill the strongest master of this world, surrounded by demons?" asked the grandfather. "Yes, and I will go first. Try not to die," said Zuo-Chi. "I've already lived through 200 years, so you stick with me, kid," the old man replied. "Show the same fortitude when you confronted me," the young man blurted out and went on the attack, straight into the hell where the horde of demons was. Having filled his hands with energy, the guy had no trouble destroying them. One of the warriors tried to squeeze something out of himself. "Why?" he asked, dying. "Why did you betray us?" the guy repeated, looking at his former comrade. "Ha! Qin Yuan, thanks to you, all the masters were defeated in one fell swoop. How does it feel to watch your comrades die?" the dark entity asked. The hero of the occasion did not answer her. "How boring. I hate silent people," the dark energy reported. Suddenly, a hero appeared on the battlefield and destroyed the tentacles with his charged hands. Then Qin Yuan used magical powers to push the entity aside, and he said that this enemy belonged to him. "Okay, I just wanted to help. My job is to protect you," the sad part of the dark energy blurted out. "It seemed to me that you haven't gone crazy." "Then why did you enter into an alliance with demons?" the hero clarified. "For the sake of the peak of martial arts," the traitor replied. "Stupid logic to betray your comrades for this." "They never understood me and pursued only wealth and power," the traitor declared. "You think an alliance with demons will make you immortal?" the young man clarified. "You have inspired me with your talent. But this is the end of the path of the Tao of martial arts. There is no further road. Immortality cannot be achieved," said Qin. "Stand by my side. You will definitely be able to overcome even my potential to transform into a beast," the white-haired man suggested. Here an entity intervened, which did not believe that the traitor would waste the accumulated energy on anyone else. "He deserves it," the white-haired man declared. "And indeed, judging by the information, this guy is completely different from you," the shadow said. "I don't need this," Zuo-Chi suddenly blurted out. "How much can I say I don't want to become some kind of beast?" he added. "Now I will destroy Qin Yuan, and then I will kill you, Essence," the young man shouted. "Of course, words won't convince you. I'll do it with deeds," said the traitor. He repelled the attack of his former comrade with a heavenly blade called 1,000 Shadows. "You are too weak. If you tried, you could become immortal," said the hero. "I felt sorry for you." After these words, Qin rushed into the offensive. "Enough of this. Everything will be decided with one blow," the young man blurted out. "Great, go ahead," his former comrade replied. Red and blue energies mixed into one. After this, a huge explosion occurred that swept away everything in its path. When the dust cleared, blood appeared on the ground. One of the two fighters was seriously wounded. "You're lucky, you got one move ahead of me," said the traitor. "You think this is luck? I will beat you as many times as necessary," the hero retorted. "What a pity, but it's too late," the white-haired man said. The transformation ceremony began. A purple-black crater formed next to the young man. Then the figure soared into the sky, and she began to deprive monsters and people of their vital energy. Those who remained alive began to look at the ball as if enchanted. These demons and monsters recognized their leader in the transformation of Qin Yuan. Evolution and immortality. That's what happened to the hero's former comrade. When enough energy had been collected, the ball began to explode. A head appeared, hidden by black wings. Qin Yuan was reborn, turning to the dark side. "What power?" the dark entity reported. "Zuo-Chi, this is your last chance," said the traitor. "Come with me. We will conquer other worlds and find a new path," he added. "So funny and so ugly. Is this really the power you desired?" asked the young man. "Yes," the reincarnated one said, instantly moving to the hero. With his demonic hand, he touched the hero's heart, and he let his dark energy into it. "Bastard, you're hitting me from behind," the young man shouted. "It's time to go. This world has exhausted itself. The entity has intervened." "Yes, let us go to another world," said Qin. The last thing the hero saw was his former comrade entering the portal. He didn't want to die like this, broken, surrounded by demons. A moment later, the portal closed. Then the guy slowly opened his eyes. The room he was in was quite noisy. Luxurious furniture and decor in a style completely unfamiliar to him. Such tragic corpses. The clothes were sewn with taste, also in a style unknown to the guy. The guy had to take a robe from one of them and have it adjusted by a tailor. He believed that the body was not his, since the muscles were weaker, and there was no hint of the former energy. Suddenly, an unknown person shouted the hero's name. There is no time left. If they don't escape now, it will be too late. Then a guy with glasses burst into one of the rooms. There in front of him he saw a corpse. And Jungming is dead. How could this happen? The boy exclaimed. Since he died, the signing of the peace treaty will be suspended for a while. In the corner of the room he saw his comrade. Thank God you're still breathing, said the guy with glasses. He lifted the body onto himself and added that he would take it to the hospital, after which he would become a hero. Suddenly, an unknown bearded man entered the room and began to reproach the young people, saying that there was no reason to give them such titles. He casually stepped on the hand of one of the deceased, and he looked at the corpse's face with displeasure. Is he dead? The bearded man asked the guy with glasses. Damn it, you bastards. You've gone completely crazy. It was you who killed Jungming, the stranger asked the guys. Protests, strikes, and now this. You bastard from the special department. Stop asking questions. You don't understand anything, the guy in glasses shouted. After the fighting ended, it took the Sishin government almost a month to approve peace talks. And the young people had ruined everything, the bearded man believed. Traitor, you walked over the heads of your comrades when you gave up human territory to monsters. The boy in glasses did not calm down. But at least we are alive. And what have you done with your ardent righteousness? The unknown person retorted. Then he made a sharp lunge forward, and he grabbed the guy by the throat, saying, Do they really want to see bloodshed and death? Let go! The hero's comrade tried to squeeze out. Your games have gone too far and you have crossed the line. Now you will die, the man blurted out. Then he let go of the poor guy's throat, and he said that it was a joke. The precious students of Sishan University cannot die here. Besides, such a death will be good for them. Meanwhile, night fell in the local prison. The younger generation was screaming to be released. What a fuss. And why did they send so many university members here? The head of the prison reasoned. Don't be angry. Consider it a gift. Aren't active and passionate students suitable as experimental material? The bearded man said. I don't want any problems for myself, since many political figures graduate from the aforementioned higher education institution. They finished off the foreign minister, so the bigwigs at the top are pretty disappointed with these problematic students, added the one who brought them here. That's how, then I will treat them with all my love, said the head. Then he was told about a certain student, Zuochi, who had been practicing martial arts since childhood, and could be dangerous. This is just garbage that no one has used for a long time, added the prison owner. The hero woke up on the floor. With difficulty he managed to open his eyes. He had no idea how he ended up here. If he fails to cultivate energy and stabilize his state, he will die. In his childhood he failed to establish a solid foundation, an omission which affected the progress of his subsequent cultivation. But now he had a chance to start all over again. He had a wealth of cultivation techniques stored in his head, and coupled with his practical experience, he could surpass himself in no time. True energy was cultivated in just a few breaths. But a moment later, the true chi energy evaporated. The hero did not understand the reason and decided to try again. But no matter how hard he tried, nothing worked. On the other hand, the wounds were healing, which meant the body was capable. It seemed to have undergone miraculous changes. The young man's friend, a guy with glasses, came into the room. He was glad to have found a hero. These bastards refuse to provide you with medical assistance, he blurted out, adding that he had provided first aid to the hero. He thanked him for this and asked him to give his name. I'm Meng Guangxian, your classmate and best friend, said the guy with glasses. But Zuochi did not remember him and said that he was not looking for friends. Wait, have you lost your memory? Asked the comrade. After talking with the hero, Meng realized that the young man had complete amnesia. Then he began to tell the patient the whole story, from beginning to end. As a result, the world suffered a monster invasion. People lost 1/3 of their lands and tried to reach a compromise. All the students went out to the streets to protest in order to prevent the signing of the treaty. But this was only a cover. It was necessary to kidnap the diplomat An Jungming. But everything went wrong, and they were sent to prison. Then the friend added that the rebels had killed 10,000 monsters and about 1,000 traitors. What about yesterday? The hero clarified. The numbers that were mentioned were the total amount. It turns out that they are weaklings. I will get us out of here, said the hero. Meanwhile, morning had already arrived in the prison. The boys were walking quickly down the corridor. Zuochi, that's enough. Rest, your body needs rest, said the comrade. Suddenly the hero felt something strange. What's wrong? Are you feeling unwell? Asked the friend. The young man was amazed by the conveniences of this place. He didn't even believe that it was a prison. Suddenly an unknown person intervened and said, Is it really you who woke up? You killed in Zhengming and prevented them from signing the treaty. You're cool, one of the guys added. Some asked the hero for an autograph. Others asked him not to forget them when he becomes popular. A hero, a significant figure, so funny, said the red-haired guy. Zhou Shen, what do you mean? If you want to say something, then say it, the friend blurted out. Zuoqi, do you really think you're a hero? Asked the bully. He secretly killed a diplomat. How can one be proud of such a thing? He couldn't calm down. And he was also haunted by the fact that everyone ended up in prison because of the young man. I don't care about that, Zuoqi blurted out. Then his friend intervened, saying that the wounded man had risked himself so that the agreement would not be signed. During the 3 days they were here, 3 students were taken away. None of them returned. It's so lively here, said the head of this place, appearing behind the boys. Bastard, do you want to take someone else in for questioning? Meng blurted out. Don't take everything to heart. I have a surprise for you, said the leader. You two, take out the TV, he added. 2 workers hastened to carry out the order. They not only allowed us to live here, but also gave us entertainment, the hero said. Hey, how do you turn this thing on? Zuoqi said. Damn, he's crazy. I'll deal with him later, thought the owner of this place. Then he pressed the button on the remote control, and the TV finally turned on. The girl who was presenting the news reported that a truce had been reached between humans and monsters. Then footage was shown of a man shaking hands with a huge monster. The border was divided by the western cliffs, on the southern side of which was the territory temporarily controlled by the War Masters. One of the boys fell to his knees because of what he heard. As the peace treaty was signed, he exclaimed, "Liars, it's all a lie," man shouted. Did you think that by killing one person you could change the course of history? The leader asked. If you can't assess what's happening soberly, you'll become pawns in someone else's game, perfect for experiments, he added. You are a psychopath. What did you do to our friends? The hero's friend did not calm down. No one will know what they are doing to you here, and if they do, they will praise you, said the bastard. To praise the future of humanity and the masters of war. Today the object will be the hero who rose from the dead, Zuoqi. This trick where you put people and animals in a box has already bored me, said the young man. After this statement, the friend banged his fist on the wall. He understood that they needed to act as quickly as possible. No one would help them. Shut up. Now you're pretending to be a hero too, the red-haired man exclaimed. The situation is completely different. The guys were abandoned as soon as the peace treaty was signed. So if they don't escape, they will become test subjects. It's all about your friend. Since he was taken away, the student did not calm down. One of the boys fell into despair, saying that they had nowhere to go. Then, some people grabbed Meng and began to blame him for all the troubles. Zuoqi got what he deserved. No one was going to save him. Meanwhile, one of the prisoners was being interrogated. Based on the results of the previous session, the catalyst dosage was halved, and the formulation was reformulated. Song Mengyue, why did you want to become their lapdog? The maiden who was chained to the chair cried out. She had no choice. 12 friends died before her eyes. Wake up, you're not that kind of person. The chained woman tried to reason with her friend. Don't pretend that you know me. I never needed this friendship, said the one who was going to conduct the experiment. Then she brought the syringe right to the frightened girl's face. A scream was immediately heard from the room. This is putting me to sleep. I hope you didn't bring me here to torture me, the hero told the chief. Don't worry, I won't disappoint you, said the man in the red suit. Opening the door slightly, he announced that they had arrived. They arrived just in time. After all, we made it to the most exciting part. It hurts. It really hurts, screamed the mutated maiden. Afterwards, she began to beg the bastards for help. Don't come near me. The one who was conducting the experiment blurted out and hit the monster with her shoe. You smell so bad now, she added. Steam began to come from the mutant. The experiment failed once again. After reducing the dosage of the catalyst, the object was able to maintain its shape, rather than turning into a pool of blood. And what did you want to show me with this? Asked the hero. Behold my discovery, the leader shouted, standing on the remains of the child. As far as I'm concerned, you just enjoy killing people, the young man said. You don't seem to understand that the war will end when all people become monsters, the psycho added. Unfortunately, only one case so far has been terrible. However, everything will soon change. With the use of technology, they have achieved success, the head continued. The monster who has rejected his humanity is somewhere here, the hero asked joyfully. No, their world was not capable of withstanding such power. Zuoqi, as a great sinner, will become part of the madman's achievements. Suddenly, the hero's hands became covered in a pink aura. He didn't understand what was happening to him. The leader then turned to the maiden and told her to continue, as he was curious about the effect it would have on those who practiced martial arts. He will kill me if I come too close, the girl said. Don't worry, I reduced his movements with my mental ability, the bastard whispered. Ha! And this is the power of the hunter, how interesting, the hero intervened. Songmong, don't delay, administer the injection, the leader ordered. The girl hurried to take the syringe from his hands. It's your fault we ended up here, she began to blame the hero. And what is it like to experience betrayal by comrades, the bastard asked mockingly. Goodbye, useless hero, Sun interjected, armed with an injection. Come on, say it again, the hero said calmly. He managed to intercept the poison and thrust it into the maiden's neck. Hurry, take it out, she screamed. So that's how it works, the young man whispered. Then he obeyed the traitor and pulled the needle out of his neck. The leader didn't understand what was happening, because he was sure that he had immobilized the hero. Mr. Warden, Sun said. I'm hungry, the monster said, turning its face. A massive tail emerged from her back, with which she grabbed her assistant. The leader watched her next actions with fear. Zuochi, what are you hiding? He shouted. The time it takes for my wounds to heal, the hero began. It's gone, so you can be destroyed, the young man added, attacking the bastard. The leader sat motionless, the same energy that was in the guy's hands emanating from his face. It turns out that the blow was so strong that the asshole broke one of the walls with his body. The Tserang hunter was able to clothe his body with the energy of the mind, which was enough to withstand a missile hit. Mental abilities, we'll have to figure this out, said the hero. Rising to his feet, the bastard declared that no martial artist could compare to him. Then he looked at the guy with hatred, and he attacked with a ball that was created thanks to his power. Zuochi dodged it without any problem by simply tilting his head. The destructive ability is good, but it uses too much energy. Do you think you're on a reality show? Asked the prison official. After his words, he charged both hands with energy. Having released several dozen balls, he ordered the hero to run. This is what Zuochi did as soon as he saw the number of shells. He dodged it deftly. It didn't cause him any problems. Without protection, his fragile body would fall apart from one hit. While running, he managed to pick up a stone, which he threw at the bastard, putting in a lot of effort. But there was a barrier around the head that destroyed incoming damage. You're throwing stones, the man objected. Then the young man took an armful of those similar to the one he had released, and he hastened to throw them all at the bastard once again. Do you think they can penetrate my mental defense? Asked the leader. It was worth a try, the young man said. The hero then released another one. He deftly hit his brothers and flew past the bastard's face. All this was necessary in order to hypnotize the madman. A skilled person is able to invade another's mind through words, sounds, and actions. In the martial arts world, there was a clan whose attack methods included hidden weapons and throwing objects, and it was they who created the technique of hypnosis. When the young man succeeded in doing what he had planned, he pounced on the bastard. The head, protected by the barrier, began to open his eyes little by little. Have you played enough? He exclaimed. Then, creating energy in both hands, he shouted that now the hero could not escape. But Zuochi didn't care. The boy easily broke the enemy's barrier with just one finger. The finger shot fired by the young man sent the prison owner flying backwards. It took him 16 hits in 3 seconds to break through. You bastard, you don't give a damn about me, the leader grumbled. Why didn't you kill me when you could have? He asked. I told you I was just studying mental abilities, the young man said. How dare you use me as a test subject, the man said indignantly. As soon as he said that such tricks would not work anymore, he received a kick in the stomach. Such severe damage threw him even further back. Idiot, my mental defenses have already been restored, he screamed. What's the point of research if you're just going to attack again and again? The hero asked. Suddenly the bastard started bleeding from his mouth. What have you done to me? He screamed. While I was breaking through your defense, I studied the strength, durability, and number of vibrations per second. Knowing them, I was able to directly attack your body with my mental ability, the young man said. In a real battle, victory or defeat can be decided by the first breakthrough of the enemy's defense. Madman, it's completely impossible to understand this psycho, thought the head. Suddenly explosions were heard throughout the area. They attracted the attention of one of the guards. Could it be that someone wanted to escape? But that was the warden's room, the guards reasoned. Out of the way, shouted the head of the prison. And with his actions he crippled his loyal comrades. In a moment they were already dead. Did I manage to finish him off? The psycho thought. The artificially created fog began to dissipate. Where did you run off to? Let's continue our experiment, the hero blurted out. Meanwhile, one boy leaned over to the other and started saying something about the key. He had a copy, but he didn't know which room it was from. This is from the foreign minister's room, now you know, said the haughty young man. The poor fellow, who had learned something he shouldn't have, begged to be let go. Then the one before whom they bowed reached out his hand to the poor fellow. Absorb it, the boy said. I was wrong. I shouldn't have agreed to this, the poor guy screamed. But the one who used dark magic didn't care about the pleas for help. Are you finished? Asked the man who brought the guys from the institute to prison. Everyone involved in the case was completely eliminated, as was the evidence. No one would ever know that Ming's death was orchestrated by the man who was now smoking a cigarette. It took a lot of time and effort to frame Zuoqi for murder, all for the sake of making the incident look natural and not arouse suspicion. Have you ever heard of Ming Xin, the owner of the martial arts school? The man asked. Yes, I grew up on stories about him. But the young man did not understand how he was connected with Zuoqi. The old man adopted the hero of the occasion more than 10 years ago. In addition to the well-known school, Ming Xin owns several unspecified dubious assets hidden from public view. I understand that we are talking about the rebels, the guy clarified. You're right. When the war ended, these shady characters completely disappeared. And to eradicate them, we'll have to rely on the punks' information network, the man said. But if our fate is revealed, we will be accused of serious crimes, the young man said. I have the director of the department and the special intelligence unit behind me. I don't intend to live this life clinging to a boring position. What about you? Asked the one who started this mess. Of course, I don't intend to stand still either. I have my own ambitions, the young man said. Taking out another cigarette, the man said that nothing should be done with Zuoqi for now. What will happen if he fully recovers from his wounds and starts talking? The young man asked. Don't worry, I left him alive on purpose. He will serve as bait, the man said. If the martial arts school were to rescue him, it would be to their advantage, as it would provide the perfect opportunity to lure Zuo Dao out so they could influence him to obey. The Min Xin school is also under suspicion of collaborating with the rebels. So if the old man wants to save his people, he will have to sacrifice the Black Snake Society. Meanwhile, nothing has changed in prison. Its head tried to escape from the hero's actions. Shut up, said the terrible creature. Why are you panicking? Asked the praying mantis-like monster. Mr. Limps, I am being pursued by a prisoner, said the owner. I said that this trash is not fit for the job of a jailer. Another, equally degenerate, intervened. Don't forget that thanks to him we live happily here, said the brother. The hero, meanwhile, was slowly walking towards them. My dear subject of experiments, has he already found help for himself? Asked the hero. The bastard turned to the monsters and reported that this young man was dangerous. Please stop him. I'm going to raise the alarm and ask for help, said the man in the red suit. Limbs, and you call him a faithful slave, but he abandoned us, the monster blurted out. Shut up, Alubi. As soon as I deal with the kid, I'll catch and eat this overseer, his brother snapped. And you look confident, the hero intervened. No one dares talk about food without my permission, the creature muttered, and put its hand forward to attack. He directed a massive layer of blue energy towards the young man. Claw gun again, Zuoqi grinned. A moment later, the guy moved under the bastard's attacking hand. He confidently grabbed the monster's hand. His grip was so strong that it began to crack. Such an old-fashioned technique, the hero added. And after his words, with one movement he knocked the monster down. The brother watched, but did not intervene yet. Are you also going to interfere with my experiments? Asked the hero. The creature began to move closer to the young man. You thought you could handle me, the mutant clarified. This attack is useless. You thought you could handle me, the mantis squealed. Without cultivating true Kai, it is extremely difficult to damage them in any encounter. Both bastards surrounded the young man. One of them asked if the fighter had already given up hope. The sixth segment of the limb cannot withstand the load if it is bent in the opposite direction. The eyes are sensitive to light, Zuoqi began. How do you know all this? The beast wondered. While the monster was indignant, the young man did not waste time and struck. It hurts so much, the mantis screeched. The weak points of the hands and eyes are insignificant. But how did you know about the spine? Someone betrayed us, the brother worried. At this time, the second beast was writhing in pain. I've dissected 300 like you, so I understand your anatomy better than you do, the hero intervened. Frankly speaking, for martial artists, exploiting an opponent's weaknesses is a particularly shameful tactic, the young man admitted. It's not too late, fight with honor, the freak blurted out. But if you think about it, I'm lucky because no one is watching, Zuoqi added. Meanwhile, the head of the prison reached the checkpoint. Move faster, you rebellious scum, he ordered the boy. Yin Shu Ping, how wrong I was about you. Power and money have changed you so much that you betrayed your friends, the prisoner hissed. Since we are friends, shouldn't you be glad that you are doing me a favor? Asked the person in charge of the prison. As soon as the man mentioned his wife and child, the handcuffed friend lost his temper. Suddenly a beast's hand appeared, the same one that had fought with the hero. The monster pinned the poor fellow to the ground. Give me the names of all the rebels and I will spare you, the mantis offered. Dream on. I have nothing to tell you, the prisoner hissed. Mr. Limps, they keep their mouths shut. They are not easy to crack. The man in the red suit intervened. Okay, this time I'll trust you with these rebels, said the monster. Damn you. Your thirst for power will destroy you. You will be devoured by your greed and die in agony, the prisoner screamed. After some time, the leader broke his radio. Damn it. Why am I remembering my past now, he reasoned. Suddenly the owner heard the sound of a wall breaking. Right. I need to hurry, Zuochi. I have never seen such a capable martial artist, he thought. As long as there is the slightest chance that the monsters will be defeated, death awaits him. Damn. I've only just risen through the ranks. I can't let my life end here, he thought. If you think about it, there was still hope. A temporary alarm system in Block A, the head continued. An explosion occurred near one of the wings of this institution. Zhou Shouan, what are you saying? Do you want us to run away and leave Zuochi and Meng Guang to their fate? One of the guys asked. Don't forget that the first one is why we're here, the red-haired guy replied. You're just afraid of dying and are hiding behind your own speeches, the student shouted. This is our chance. There is unrest here now. Those two decided to play heroes again, and attracted the attention of the guards, Zhou claimed. It's up to you to decide whether to run away with me or go to the bottom with them, the red-haired man finished. I'll go with you, intervened the young man, whose face was covered by his bangs. Another one arrived, arguing that his grandfather was waiting for him. In that case, guys, get ready to escape, Zhou said. Let's break down this door together, suggested the young man with bangs. But he didn't have time. The head of the prison did it for him from the other side. The blow sent the boy flying far away. He almost knocked down the red-haired man with his body. Oh, you decided to run away? You're unlucky that I showed up here, the warden said. We were just scared by the explosions, that's all, Zhou intervened. I will kill anyone who does not follow me, the owner declared. The red-haired man was glad to do everything to stay alive. Suddenly, the remains of a praying mantis appeared in the sky. Zhou was frightened when he saw them. Two stupid demons, the leader hissed. The bastard's head also landed, with the hero sitting on it in a heroic pose. What kind of strong Zuochi must have become if he was able to deal with this creature, the red-haired man thought. Overseer, there is no one left who can stop us now, said the hero. I will cooperate with you and release all your comrades, the leader suggested. No need. My only wish is for you to become my experiment, the hero answered. The guys who followed the red-haired man changed their shoes and said that they were glad to see him. Zhou was angry because the young man refused to cooperate with the head of the prison. Then the man in the suit began to threaten violence. But Zuochi was not very worried about his comrade's death. You studied together for a whole year, think about it. The man in the red suit did not calm down. Go ahead, do it. I won't fall for threats, the young man said. You are a monster. You don't care about other people's lives at all, the leader shouted. At this time, Zhou was begging for help. Men Guangxian, he is Zuochi's best friend and is currently inside the prison. He will be more useful than me, the red-haired man said. And you, bastard, to save your own skin will sell out any comrade, said the leader. So will you spare me? Asked the traitor. No, I hate bastards who betray their friends, Yin blurted out, attacking the guy. The hero had no choice but to watch the explosions. Look closely, Zuochi. Their death is your doing, the man in the suit shouted. Nonsense, the young man said slowly. During this time, he managed to grab the bastard by the throat. It was you who killed Zhou, he added. And then with his blow, he launched the asshole into the air. The unknown persons were moving towards the exit. Man, all our classmates have run away. We need to leave too, the student yelled. Go first. I'll wait for Zuochi and we'll leave together, said the hero's friend. Just leave him alone already, the forced comrade barked. An explosion occurred at the place where the young man arrived. It turned out that breaking through mental defense 9 times in a row gives this effect. The head's turtle shell was recovering more and more slowly. He didn't realize how many seconds he had been unconscious. Great, you're awake. Now attack me, the hero ordered. The leader screamed in rage. You had so many chances to kill me, but you didn't. The man was angry. Then the head warden moved towards the young man and was about to attack. The enemy was right in front of his nose, but he was unable to attack. Damn, what have you done to me? He was indignant. You are like a hare frozen in front of a predator. Fear is a biological instinct, Zuochi blurted out. No, I can still fight, said the crying man. Now I can do a more in-depth study with you, said the young man. Let's see where such power comes from the heart or the stomach, the hero continued. Then the warden screamed hysterically in pain, for Zuochi pierced the bastard's chest with his hand. Did he really die that easily? The hero thought human lives really are fragile. Suddenly a friend appeared and he called out to him. Ah, men, you are still here, but where are the others? Asked the young man. Let's talk about this later, your wounds, the guy in glasses shouted. Then Zuo-Chi coughed up blood. These are not wounds, but simple fatigue, since too much force was used. I'll be fine, I just need a little rest, said the hero, falling to the ground. The man who brought so many guys to prison went on business. Not a step closer, said the maiden who met him. Don't get me wrong, I just want to meet your master, Zuodao, the blonde man said. The old man said he didn't want to see anyone, the girl blurted out. This is connected with his son, Zuo-Chi, the man argued. I have said everything, said the maiden. Ha! Do you hear me, Zuodao? Your adopted son killed the Minister of Foreign Affairs and will soon be executed. And you are afraid to show your face, the blonde shouted. The former king of the criminal world turns out to be a coward. He did not calm down. As soon as the maiden tried to attack, the man's assistant managed to parry the blow. What a strong blow, the boy thought. Then the student attacked with her foot, breaking the boy's shield. The mental defense was broken. Then the girl took out a dagger and decided to attack. The guy no longer had the strength to defend himself. Then a blonde man came to his aid and grabbed the attacker by the arm. Anyone who insulted the master must die, the student declared. Dangerous people like you need to be dealt with as soon as possible, the man said. With her own powers, she managed to hit the bastard's vulnerable spot. Tom was in pain, but he didn't show it. He managed to jump away from the maiden. She, having landed, began to look for more vulnerable spots of the enemy. Hitting such places is pure evil, the man was indignant. Then he felt that his mental abilities were blocked. And you guys from the Special Intelligence Department are quite brave, said the unknown person. It was Zuodao's third disciple and the current leader of the Black Snake Society, Shu Rulan. As a martial artist, do you only use your power to oppress others? The blonde man asked. The strength of my subordinates is also my strength, said the black-haired man. The blonde's comrade saw the shadow of the warrior's hand. Or don't you think so? The thug asked the young man. Shu Rulan, do you want us to be enemies? The man asked. Ha, you were just lucky you took your positions, the black-haired man said, putting out his cigarette on the forehead of his blonde comrade. Having killed the young man, the warrior trampled his head into the ground. If you want to scare me, your martial arts school must answer for the atrocities of Zuo-Chi, the blonde blurted out. What's wrong with that? At his age I had the blood of hundreds of people on my hands, the black-haired man said. He killed not an ordinary person, but the Minister of Foreign Affairs. The man did not calm down. Shu asked whether there was evidence that Zuo-Chi had dealings with the rebels. If you don't hand over control of the Black Snake Society, the young man's life will be in danger, the blonde man threatened. Then the warrior came closer with a question. So you need the company of a black snake. I think I figured out what group you're interested in, the black-haired man added. But this shouldn't concern you anymore. I just need to talk to your boss, the man retorted. Ha, you're serious, the black-haired man laughed. What's funny about this? The intelligence officer wondered. Idiot. You're just a tool for your organization, the student declared. Qianlong He, A-rank hunter, director of the special department. Your head is only worth 50 bits on the black market, he added. You're right about that, but the price for Zuo-Chi's head is higher, the blonde said. The guy just wanted to have fun and relax in jail, Shu said. Apparently you don't care much about his fate, Chen noted. After the student learned of his comrade's location, his face changed. You have to understand what's going on there now, the intelligence member added. Listen here, if something happens to him, even 10 of your deaths won't be enough, said the black-haired man. It's time for you and your master to choose. Give us the Black Snake Company, and I will let Zuo-Chi leave there, Chen retorted. Then the unknown person called the blonde man. They received a message that all the prisoners had escaped from the prison. The students must have managed to escape with someone's help, the man suggested. No, they managed to do it themselves, the boys screamed. The director's face changed upon hearing this. He was about to start screaming. Then they had to leave here in disgrace. Why don't we kill them all? The maiden asked her brother. No one could be killed within the walls of this building. How boring, said the girl. Times had changed, so they needed to be more careful. The master told me not to study with you, the girl said. Do you even have any idea how many people are eyeing our wealth and opportunities? The student wondered. If only the eldest brother and second eldest sister were here, no one would covet us, she said. What are you saying? The master can hear us, the black-haired man screamed. The old man had not been here for several days. In the future, there will be no mention of these traitors, the guy ordered. I should go save Zuo-Chi, the girl said. Why, the guy deserved it because he got involved in the protests, the guy said. Taoist records of reincarnation say that this technique is practiced after death. Would you like to take a look? Asked the little protagonist. Qin Yuan replied that if this technique worked, the cultists who were killed would be resurrected and fight the guys. Exactly. How could I not have guessed it myself? The young man blurted out. You are only puzzled because you strongly desire martial arts techniques, the white-haired man said. The number of points required to obtain superior martial arts is astronomical. The court allowed the exchange of techniques, which guaranteed their authenticity, the absence of errors and missing information in the texts. This was an incredible concession. "This has never happened before," the young man asked. "The Imperial Court hires martial arts sects to deal with the Red Lotus cultists, and this time things are extremely strange." "It's all too complicated. I can't understand anything. Forget it," said the hero. Someone was walking quickly towards the boys. Kin managed to notice this. "Also cultists of the Red Lotus," the young man specified. "No, they are refugees who were enchanted by the Red Lotus sect. They have never practiced martial arts," Chin corrected. "It was impossible to get points for them." "Oh, so what should we do now?" the hero asked. "Thank us, we saved you, now go home," added the young man. "You don't understand anything. They protected us and fed us. We don't need your salvation," said the embittered people. "I don't need permission for that," the guy said. There was a man lying on the ground, bleeding. One of the poor fellows noticed this. "He died," the bony refugee clarified. "What are you afraid of?" "You should be afraid of those bastards who destroyed the Lotus people," said another. The defeated soldier had a mark on his head and began to rise little by little. With one deft movement, he decapitated the refugees. Then he headed towards the guys. This is not an illusion. The dead cultist really came back to life. The hero's comrade decided not to hesitate and went on the attack. He made several precise blows at the resurrected one. He wasn't even scratched, his friend thought. Then the zombie intended to attack with his fist. Fortunately, the warriors managed to dodge. "Here it is, my chance," exclaimed the hero. He charged at the cultist in the stomach. But there was something he didn't like about it. The zombie took absolutely no damage. "How did you manage to kill him before?" my friend asked. "I used true chi directed to the heart," Zuochi replied. The boys had only one choice left. And this, oddly enough, is to retreat. The hero did not have time to run after Qin Yuan. The remaining refugees also fled. As they ran, they cried out for help. But she didn't come. They were cut apart by the blow. The resurrected cultist caught up with the heroes. Fortunately, the young man managed to dodge in time and the blow landed on a massive stone. Then a friend said that they couldn't run forever. "Are we finally going to start taking action?" the guy asked. "What are you talking about?" Qin asked him. "You're a brilliant student, so we'll manage," the hero declared. On his way, the genius meets a reliable friend, but feeling inferior, their paths diverge. "It never even occurred to me," Qin replied. "Quickly show your invincible abilities to destroy the monster," the young man asked. "The master told me not to show my true chi," the future trader declared. These words confused the hero. "This is my personal choice, and I will not drag you along with me. Go first," my comrade ordered. He promised to do everything possible to buy time. "You went the wrong way," Qin informed his friend. The young man stood in front of the monster and began calling him names. The zombie had already prepared his fist to attack. Then both of the heroes, Qin and Zuo, they began to charge their hands with the energy needed to attack. After the joint attack, an explosion occurred on the battlefield. A whole hour had passed since then, and there was someone's blood on the ground. Their attacks did not cause any damage to the Lotus member. Such a battle was pointless, but his friend was still on his feet. The monster rushed to attack the unprotected target, but Qin managed to parry such a powerful blow. Even in this state, the hero's friend did not want to show his true kai. The guy managed to dodge the monster's attack without much difficulty. Then he aimed his blade at the bastard. With one deft movement, he managed to attack, and the mutant started bleeding. "What? He seems to be dancing," thought the hero. Could a genius really be seriously trying to win in this way, Zuo wondered. With his efforts, the friend managed not only to wound, but also to cut off the enemy's arm. His mind reached its limit and could not take it anymore. Then he began to open up his words little by little. "Get up and strike with your sword just like a second ago," the young man's comrade heard. The monster stood on its feet. Half of its body was already missing. It was Zuo Qi who did all this, because his energy emanated from the creature. He filled the gaps between the cultist's muscles and bones with his true kai. "Friend, I understand you. This feeling is truly worth risking your life," the hero said. The guys managed to win that battle. The bandaged Qin was about to eat 10 bao. Then the white-haired hero asked for several cups of soup. "Why do you eat so much?" asked the hero. "Without the use of true kai, both fighting and healing consume more energy." "It's not that I particularly like to eat," said the comrade. "Why did the master forbid you to use your kai?" the young man asked. Then the friend began to philosophize, saying that in ancient legends there are mentions of a huge fish. Its name is Kun. It is huge. Its meat is very tasty. He has no enemies and lives peacefully when there is wind. The animal spreads its wings and can fly. "He is enviably free," Zuochi replied. "Without the protection of the sea, fish would become a delicacy on the table. Martial artists seek the most powerful martial arts techniques and cultivate Kai. Friend, you have me completely confused, said the hero. Techniques in Kai are just tools. Show me the technique you use to defeat the Red Lotus cultist, the white-haired man said. You should develop it, the friend added. I will not refuse anything that will make me stronger, said the young man. What a pity. You were just talking about the peak of martial arts, the comrade blurted out. The hero, closing the book, said that he could now answer the previous question. Even if techniques in Kai disappear from this world, martial arts will continue to exist. I will study everything there is in this art and use each one, Zuochi assured. This was his path. When he woke up, he didn't understand why he was dreaming about the past. You woke up. This note was left by your friend, the old man said. Then the young man took it from the hands of the unknown man. Men said that he had gone to get food and would be back soon. They were located at Weston Underground Station. How do you live here? It stinks, said the hero. 6 months ago my house was blown up, the old man said. I sympathize with you, the young man replied. The other poor guy in the corner had a mortgage to pay, but someone was even worse off than him. Okay, I have to go. I'll come back to you later and listen to your stories, the hero said. In the distance, Zuochi heard something interesting. Meng Guangshin's voice came from here, he thought. In order to get to his comrade, he had to follow the sound. He was attacked by thugs who demanded money. One of them was holding a knife. In a moment, he was covered in blood. It was the hero's friend. His hands were shaking. Oh, your first kill, congratulations, said the hero. I didn't mean to do this, a tearful man said. Don't worry, it's just a scumbag, the young man said. There should have been rebels here, but there weren't any. A member of the intelligence department arrived at the prison at this time. He wondered who had managed to destroy the warden. Also, by coincidence, someone destroyed all the cameras. But the man's friend managed to get at least some information. All the beasts, along with the man in the red suit, were destroyed by the hero. There is little information from the cameras to understand how Zuochi managed to do this. The state of the prison showed that the battle had been intense. The overall strength rating of Zuochi was equal to that of a C-rank hunter. The blonde's comrade changed the subject and, pointing to his scar, said that he wouldn't get rid of it until he destroyed the martial arts school. You are ambitious. That's good, the man said. The young man refused the offer of a vacation, since too many bad things had happened to them recently. The intelligence officer told his assistant not to worry, as he had placed spies to monitor the prison. Although the likelihood that the students had staged their own escape and fled was slim, he took that into account. Agents will secretly follow key students. In this way, they will be able to reach the rebels or the Black Snake Society. Since Shu Rulan will let down his guard, victory will be ours, the blonde man said. Here they were distracted by the guys who reported unknown bodies a kilometer from the prison. There were 3 of them, each with bruises. The blonde man, smoking a cigarette, studied them carefully. These are my spies, he said. Meanwhile, events moved to a mansion where a banquet was recently held. My dear sister, asked the brother of the one who was marrying the monster. I don't have to report to you, she said. I'm worried about you. You go for walks at night, the guy said. You're worried about me, but what about the inheritance? The maiden clarified. It's already in the past. Your father has made the decision about your marriage. The date has already been set and agreed upon by the parties, the young man added. Will my father let me marry a monster? She asked. If you do this, you will never inherit the fund, the brother said. So before marriage, take good care of your body, he added. After this, laughter echoed throughout the estate. The maiden was left alone and sat down on the bench. Lady Jaya, tell the chairman about your plans. Then he will call off the engagement and make you the heir of the Yuan family, the servant suggested. To which the girl replied that she had already announced her marriage a long time ago. You are giving up your status as heiress of your own free will, the servant was perplexed. My father would never have allowed me to become one because of my gender, the maiden replied. The chairman has always taken care of you and treated you fairly, the worker added. The girl retorted that social status is more important than the opinions of others. Come on, don't make that face. I don't care about the Yuan family, she suddenly said. Then the servant reported the prison escape and who had started it all. The maiden asked how this scapegoat Zuochi managed to deal with a C-class hunter. The guy didn't know the answer to the question, so he assumed that the hero was hiding his strength. After all, the Dao disciple is just a minor character, the girl said. The whereabouts of the remaining students were unknown. The spies of the River Churi were killed, except for one. Do you think this is luck? Asked the maiden. This meant that they were being watched too. Perhaps it was another syndicate, the servant suggested. Then we will use Tsochi to put him in the spotlight, she said. The worker was taken aback by what he heard. By becoming the culprit of the minister's murder, he fulfilled his most important mission. One hunter or martial artist won't make any difference to their plan. Meanwhile, the hero was in the subway, and he tried to bring his friend to his senses. God, how fragile people are in this world, he said. If the hero was indeed transferred, then he would no longer be able to practice martial arts techniques. However, external martial arts that could improve the body looked simpler. Special materials were needed for training. Potion, iron sand, and a special pot. And he had it all, right in front of him. The young man hurried to mix all the ingredients. All this was once invented by Zuochi. One day, a scientist conducted an experiment on a man who was sentenced to death. They made an incision and placed a small aluminum vessel under his arm. A vessel was placed underneath to regulate the passage of liquid in the form of drops. The finished one considered every fallen drop to be his own blood. When the valve was quietly closed, the poor guy thought that since he couldn't hear anything, it meant the blood had run out, and so he died of fear. So, believing in the power of imagination, Zuochi tried to create something. The second-level iron sand palm was obtained by him. The attacking power had been increased. Now it was necessary to work on improving the defense of the entire body. There is a huge wooden hammer. It is typically used by 4 martial artists. The first level of the golden bell has been completed. It implies an attack on someone by these masters. Next, the hammer is replaced with an iron one. Come on, iron is no match for a trained body, said the hero. The masters also attacked him. Zuochi, what are you doing? His friend became worried. I practice martial arts if you want. I can teach you too, the young man offered. Aren't they studied differently? Men asked. Then the young man picked up the red jacket. Did you buy it for me? He asked. If we don't change our clothes, they'll find us easily, a friend intervened. Still, why don't you learn Kung Fu? The hero clarified. Men thought about it and asked how much time it would take me to defeat an opponent like the boss. About 3 years, Zuochi replied. Damn, this is taking too long. My friend was upset. He gave up. It seemed to him that he could not change anything. He added that he was not sure he would live until tomorrow. What's your next step? Asked the hero. Find a safe place behind the western hills, the guy with glasses answered. Then I'll go with you, the young man blurted out. He added that he would take his friend to a safe place and then return to destroy the monsters. Thank you, but I wouldn't want to involve you in this, said the guy with glasses. You saved my life, so I will thank you, the young man retorted. Then the friends started talking about money. Supposedly they had to pay the guides for the trip. Is this a problem? The young man asked. Then they moved on. Suddenly a black cloud of energy appeared behind them. He transformed into a little man. Damn, they almost found out, said the one who was left with a scar on his forehead. What are they doing now? Asked the intelligence member. We changed our clothes and left. My shadow cannot eavesdrop on conversations, his comrade replied. Let your shadow watch over them, the man said. Maybe we should just arrest him. The guy didn't calm down. Have you forgotten? There are dead spies outside the prison. Who do you think did this? Asked the blonde. Some large consortium, the comrade suggested. If they do something thoughtlessly, they will become victims of high-level politics. The murder of the minister and the head of the prison, isn't that enough? The guy was angry. No, the young man is Zuo Dao's adopted son, and after he pays the fine, he will be fine, the man explained. What bastards, the guy continued, not calming down. Then the man grabbed him by the jacket and told him not to rush and not to do anything. The entity then relayed information that Zuochi and his friend were staying at an illegal financial company. Give me a list of all the black snake branches, the angry man ordered. Yes, sir. Everything is here, said the guy, holding a notebook in his hands. Damn, we're in deep shit. Our last chance is gone, the blonde blurted out. You are too pessimistic, the comrade said. Zuochi is deliberately contacting this company. Once everything is settled, returning to school will be the safest option. Meanwhile, a train was moving along the metro. Are you ready? Asked the stranger with the snake-shaped talisman. A poor man came to him and said that he would return the money with interest. There's one more thing to do before signing, the man said. What is going on? The poor fellow got scared. Don't move, the creditor ordered him. And he began to sniff the frightened man. The member of the organization in the purple suit did not understand what he was doing. Try to guess, his friend intervened. It's a lie detector test, the new guy suggested. No, our boss Ramon is sniffing his pheromones, a member of the organization reported. What? The newcomer exclaimed in surprise. The boss insists that in the world of sexes there is alpha, beta, and omega. The first and last have pheromones that are secreted on the back of their heads. The boss wants to find a unique omega as a life partner. Even if it's a guy, the new guy was perplexed. Don't worry, Ramon isn't interested in you, the redhead said. Hey, you two, bring the money, the boss commanded. Yes, boss, the subordinates said in chorus. Suddenly the wall above them collapsed. I can't believe someone would dare to make a mess in my house, the boss said. Ramon, I couldn't stop him, the member of the organization blurted out. This is where you can borrow money. the hero who appeared clarified. A year ago, the boss was sitting with a psychologist who was scolding him for starting a fight with inmates on his first day in prison. They were the first to provoke me, Ramon replied. What does that mean? You were in a receptive state, the doctor clarified. At his age, pheromones are released from the back of his head 3 times a year, which makes him irritable. Ha! You mean to tell me that men can get pregnant? The warden intervened. Shut up or I'll kill you, said the boss. The legs of the future head of the prison began to tremble. His face changed too. He felt the desire to run away, and he felt fear. Do you know what happens when you threaten a security guard? The man asked. Officer, get out. You are interfering with our work, said the psychologist. Dr. Liu, he is very dangerous, the man screamed. Officer, wait outside the door, the maiden repeated. If you need anything, just say so, the future leader said. He slammed the door behind him. He seemed afraid of you, Ramon said. You are a patient here, so I will help you, the lady said. I am very grateful to you, the boss blurted out. The doctor said that she had read the order for the medications, and that if the symptoms were confirmed, she would order them. I can't live with omegas during my period of receptivity, the prisoner screamed. Your first victim before coming here was also connected to this time, the maiden asked. It started in childhood, that's when he first lost control. At the hospital, they took an X-ray of you. If you had waited, you would have seen that there was nothing on the back of your head, the doctor said. You can't feel it, but my pheromones are spreading throughout the room, the prisoner retorted. You have other evidence, she continued. The 5 prisoners who clashed were alphas and were defeated by pheromones, and the guard was scared. Maybe they just think you're crazy, Liu clarified. Don't you believe me? Ramon was angry. I believe you, but what you consider common sense may differ from reality, the girl replied. A month ago, on the day he turned 18, the world changed overnight. Namely, people's ideas about gender. Subjectively, you are not trying to hurt them. You just can't control your mind. You are just sick, the maiden said. It's not like that. The world is just wrong, the prisoner screamed. Then the maiden took some papers from the table. During this time, Ramon continued to insist that he was absolutely normal. Staying in prison is dangerous for both you and the prisoners, she said. Suddenly the siren started to sound. There was a prison break, the maiden thought. Yes, that's exactly how it was. The first hunters awakened with new abilities. Ramon, where are you? One of the prisoners yelled. Gale, your belly is healed, the doctor said when she saw him. God gave me the strength to take revenge, the fighter replied. He is here to kill Ramon. Then the maiden began to call for help from Officer Yun. He saw me kill 3 guards and escape, the madman replied. What nonsense is this, the boss wondered. If you want to kill me, go ahead, he added. Idiot! I'll cut you into pieces, the madman screamed. Stop, my hand, what's happening to it? The prisoner didn't understand. A moment later, the psychologist could only look at the battered body. Doctor, listen, I'm not crazy, Ramon didn't calm down. Even if a lower alpha gains power, it cannot compare with a higher one. That is how the world works. Suddenly, someone grabbed the prisoner by the head. It was a hero in a red jacket. Ramon even fell to the ground in surprise. Are you thinking about it or something? Asked Zuochi. The head of the snakes was puzzled why the pheromones had no effect on the youth. Muskies. Could he really be an alpha too? The prisoner suggested. You seem familiar to me, said the young man. Then Ramon was asked if he knew the head of the Red Lotus. If not, then let's get down to business. I came to borrow money, the hero said. It seems to me that you came just to fight, Ramon suggested. Lend me some money, and I'll let you live as collateral, Zuochi blurted out. Young man and Ramon, are you sure? The intelligence member clarified. I'm not mistaken, my comrade said. It was strange how they dared to speak out against their boss's son, the blonde man reasoned. Perhaps the idiots from the gang never met Zuochi, the guy with the scar on his forehead suggested. If they don't know who this young man is, then how can this young man not know who they are? Director, they stopped fighting, said the comrade. Damn, what is this Zuochi thinking about? The blonde wondered. Maybe he's just crazy, the guy suggested. The carriage stopped in the meantime. Sit down, said the hero. I admit I'm no match for you, but can you take down the whole gang? Ramon asked. Who are these anyway? Asked the young man. How long have you been living in the Western Mountains if you haven't heard of them? The boss asked. The Black Snake is the largest underground force in the Western Mountains. Afterwards, the young man was told that he could take the money. They weren't big enough to fight over, but if your body ends up in the sewer, don't blame me. I'll be honest, I'm not going to repay the debt, the hero declared. Okay, as much as you want, asked the boss. Enough to get 3 people to the border, the young man replied. It's a pretty big sum, and most of those who promise to take you to the Green Hills are scammers, Ramon said. So you know the real guide? Asked the hero. You robbed me, and you're asking me for a favor. Are you in your right mind? The boss clarified. If you help me, Then perhaps I will return the debt with interest, the young man replied. I'll find him a dubious guide who will kill him on the way, thought the former prisoner. So you agree, the hero clarified. Okay, I'll help you, Ramon replied. Let's go, maybe we'll get to Qingqiu today, the hero blurted out. Wait, is it me too, the boss wondered. I borrowed it for 3 people, Zuochi said. Bastard, who do you think you are? Ramon shouted. After this dialogue, the guys left the train, and they went to the poor neighborhood. An hour had already passed since the scheduled meeting, the friend said. If you don't believe me, you can leave, Ramon said. Someone is coming. 5 in front, the same number behind. We are surrounded, the young man intervened. You have a good sense of smell if you could tell they were coming from the mountains, the boss said. How do you know so much about us? Asked the man in the hat. Star Unicorn 6, Ramon said. Ah, old friend. But how are you going to escape alone? The unknown person asked. I'm an orphan, Ramon replied. My parents died in the war last year. A friend with glasses intervened. It seems you have forgotten about me, said the hero. You kids are arrogant. I'll give you some advice. 5 out of 10 people die on the way there, the old man blurted out. We are ready for this, the boys shouted in chorus. Sorry, I can't take your order, the old man said. But how? The deposit has already been paid. Ramon was indignant. I'll give you double the money back because I'm old and want to run my business safely, the man in the hat blurted out. We really need this, so we urgently ask you, the hero intervened. Come on, make me, the conductor shouted. Then he began to call his comrades by nicknames. Don't shout like that, they're unconscious, the young man said. I'll ask again if you're ready to accept the order, the hero repeated. I'll do whatever you want, the old man blurted out. Someone was approaching the unconscious conductor. Boss, they're leaving, said the guy with the scar. There's no need to hurry. If we get any closer, they'll notice us, the blonde man replied. The comrade failed to notice how the hero managed to eliminate 9 people at once. He clearly used small stones, controlled his strength well, and was well trained by Zadao. It looks like they really are heading to Qingqiu, the comrade intervened. Now we have grounds to catch them, the director blurted out joyfully. Everyone get ready. We're leaving in 5 minutes. The travelers heard the command. There are so many people, can you take care of them? The young man asked. Don't worry, the old man replied. Only 15 people are going with them. Some just came to say goodbye to loved ones. Mom, Dad, why can't you come with us? Someone asked the parents. This is nonsense. Who will look after the garden? The old man was indignant. I'm used to living in the village and have never been to the city, my mother intervened. You better think it over, because the tickets have already been bought for you, the son said. Don't worry, we can handle it, the head of the family replied. The child cried because he didn't want his grandparents to leave him. Don't cry, my dear. Everything will be fine. We will definitely visit you, the old woman replied. Everyone, attention! Shouted the conductor. The time has come. They are leaving. After a short period of time, my feet started to freeze. One of them stumbled and almost fell off the path. It was Ramon, and he had no choice but to shout a few curse words and say that he was coming back. Oh no, you've already paid for the passage, the hero intervened. If you insist on returning, I will kill you, the young man blurted out. You better keep an eye on the old man. He's clearly upset with you, Ramon said. I remember his scent. He can't get away. And as for you, you look like the leader of the Red Lotus and you are much more dangerous, the young man said. The boss said that he had no idea who they were talking about. Then he became interested in how the young man managed to smell over long distances. Can you teach me? The debt will be forgiven for training, asked Ramon. While they were talking, someone else stumbled. Help me, the man shouted. Someone fell. The man who noticed the poor fellow squealed, and he hurried to fall after him. Everyone calm down and press against the wall, the old man commanded. In half an hour they will arrive at the safe zone. That's how it all happened. The guys found themselves in a cave. It's finally all over, Ramon said. What are you so happy about? 3 of our people are dead, added one of the pilgrims. At this time the girl was mourning her father. Everything will be fine, her mother reassured her. Where did our guide go? One of the people screamed. Hey, you can smell him. Where is he? Ramon asked the hero. The old man is deep in the cave and is coming towards us with 3 men. These must be ghosts, the pilgrim continued, not reassuring himself. Don't talk nonsense, it's impossible, said his comrade. Someone's legs appeared from the depths of the cave. For you stowaways, I am scary, the unknown person said. Captain Lin, this group of illegals, there are 12 of them, said the old man. You son of a bitch, after fleecing us for so much money, you're going to hand us over to the patrol, Ramon said indignantly. He really is the most conscientious guide. You were just unlucky, said the man in combat boots. If you give him all your remaining money and jewelry, you will be able to proceed further, the old man said. The hero's friend asked what would happen to those who don't want to pay. Arrest and execution on the same day. Shameless scoundrels, the friend was angry. If no one pays in 5 seconds, I will use force, the patrolman said. I won't give you the money, you bastards. One of the pilgrims was indignant. The response was not long in coming. He received a punch to the face. Captain, look, gold bars, said one of the patrolmen. Another bastard wanted to use the girl's body instead of money. The rest of the people ran in all directions, but there was nowhere to run. Suddenly there was an explosion. The bastard took notice. You overestimate them. One hit and they are gone, said the hero, holding the praying mantis in his hand. Then the creature began to charge its hand with energy. Try this, human, she screamed. The young man caught the projectile with his teeth and reported its taste. The creature wondered how a man could do such a thing. Then Zuochi grabbed the bastard by the stomach, and he got rid of the creature with just one blow. Any healthy man can do this with proper training. Afterwards, he slowly walked towards the bastards. Step back, the lead patrolman shouted, taking a little girl hostage. He said that he would kill her if the guy came even one step closer. Please let her go, the mother begged. Get your hands off me, the asshole shouted and hit the child's breadwinner. Then he turned his gaze towards the hero. During this time, he had already gotten rid of the rest of the patrolmen. Didn't you understand me? The bastard was indignant. Then he repeated that he would kill the child. Mama, said the poor maiden, seeing the magic knife in front of her. Come on, I don't even know her, the young man blurted out. You're just pretending to distract me, the bastard suggested. While he stood and threatened, the hero's friend was behind him all this time. Your hands are shaking a lot, Ramon said. Shut up, I'll just do it, Mung whispered. His eyes suddenly changed. I remembered how I killed the bastard in the subway. Suddenly something struck him strongly. Someone took the dagger from his hands. It was Ramon. He decided to do everything himself. A moment later, someone started bleeding. The head of the patrol was beheaded. The girl immediately hurried to her mother. Thank this young man, she told her daughter. No need, everything is fine, said the head of the snakes. I can't believe you saved someone's life, Zuochi intervened. The pheromone on the girl is a rare durian scent. It needed to protect the diversity of pheromones. You have passed, declared the hero. Ramon didn't understand what you were talking about. The young man was satisfied with the answer, and he was ready to teach the art of smelling. Since you've already agreed, don't go back on your word, said the boss. Then the boys followed the old man. Next will be the territory of Qingchu, he said. Don't worry, I'm a man of my word and I'll save your life, the hero intervened. The barbed wire was a protection against patrols. If you touched it, the alarm would go off. Enough explaining. Lead the way faster. The others were indignant. The essence of the intelligence member's comrade was also present there. Director, how much longer do we have to wait? The guy was indignant. Chen replied that the youth's strength was unimaginable. If we wait, we won't have another chance, the comrade insisted. I have another plan, the blonde man said. When did you manage to kidnap her? The guy asked. You killed her, he added. Where is my daughter? The mother wondered at this time. She's missing. Please help me find her, the woman screamed. Shut up, or you'll attract the patrol's attention, snapped the one she'd grabbed by the clothes. Who is to blame for not looking after your child? Another pilgrim intervened. These heartless bastards killed your husband and did nothing to protect your daughter. Now they will live happily in the hills. The way is clear, the old man shouted. The virgin ignored the instruction to climb through the hole. Seeing how she wanted to touch the fence, the guide became indignant. But the maiden's meaning was lost. Now she didn't care about others. May you all die, she screamed, touching the fence. Stop her right now, the conductor ordered. Give me back my daughter, the poor woman repeated. Do you know how hard it was for me to develop this route? The old man yelled. Then even the old man lost his composure. He began to pound the fence with his fists. Damn, the patrol will be here any minute, one of the people said. But he didn't manage to get through. There was nothing in front of them, but they could not pass. All areas will be blocked by an energy barrier, the old man said. Suddenly a spark flew past the fence. During the next blow, the old man managed to touch her. Afterwards, he fell to the ground, unconscious. Have they gone crazy? Chen's comrade suggested. My skill of suggestion allows me to manipulate people, the director intervened. The girl also came to him under the influence of the skill. Through her disappearance, he was able to arouse emotions in her mother, which led to anxiety. Perhaps we should enlist the help of the patrol, the guy suggested. All the intelligence officer needed was a hunter who didn't know the truth. Suddenly there was a flash in the sky. It was you who disturbed my sleep, asked the guy with the sword who appeared next to the fence. Damn, it's a patrol, the guy was indignant. The young man in the red jacket will be able to deal with him, another said. You mean me? Zuochi clarified. They seem to believe in your strength, the warrior said. Then, with just one swing, he was able to deal with the fugitive. Let's get out of here, others shouted. The air began to smell of blood. After all, the patrolman could quickly move between targets and destroy them. Red jacket, I'll leave you for last, the warrior said. My strength is speed, let's see if you can save them, he added. A moment later he left the place where he stood. There were 6 fugitives left. In a moment it's already 5. After one more swing, 3. After killing the child's mother, he said it was a shame that he didn't save anyone. You're so fast I didn't even notice, the hero said. After I kill you, I'll go back to sleep, the patrolman said. The hero's face suddenly changed. He felt the bastard approaching. The white-haired warrior tried to find the best place to strike, but suddenly he received an elbow blow to the face. He flew far away from such a blow. It was quite easy to hit you, the young man stated. So you were pretending all this time? The white-haired man laughed. No, you really are faster than me, said Zuochi. Then I won't hold back, the patrolman blurted out. After his words, the hero lost sight of him. In order to confuse the guy in the red jacket, he began to move from side to side. But it was no use, Zuochi still noticed him. The warrior did not understand how you were able to see me again. My good physical fitness allows me to see you in 1/10 of a second, the hero declared. So you humiliate me? The white-haired man was indignant. Your speed is no faster than that of a C-class hunter, Zuochi added. Experienced martial artists can determine their opponent's next move by observing his muscles. Now the young man had learned all of his opponent's movements. The white-haired man didn't know and attacked the hero again. Then Zuochi put out his hand, and he hit the bastard on the cheek. Then he stood with his foot on the patrolman's body. Now you are in my hands, he added. Why are you following me? Ramon asked. Trying to find a lost girl, Men replied. Are you seriously willing to take risks for her? The snake boss clarified. Her pheromones were on the rocks and trees. What's wrong? Asked Men. Something's wrong. There are 2 more, Ramon replied. That's how it was. Next to the girl there was a member of the intelligence service with his comrade. Did they really kill her? The guy with glasses was indignant. I'll take the one with the long hair, Ramon said. Suddenly the blonde man coughed up blood. Officer Chen, what's wrong with you? Comrade didn't understand. I just tried to interfere with Zuochi using my suggestion skills, the wounded man replied. His spirit is so strong, the assistant suggested. Everyone underestimated him, but his mental strength is higher than that of an A-class hunter. Damn, the patrol chief is about to be killed, the assistant said. Use your shadow only at a critical moment, the chief ordered. With my power, I will increase the power of the other hunters, Chen declared. Then the assistant was going to take care of the safety of the surrounding area. Meanwhile, an explosion occurred on the battlefield, causing the hero to jump back. What's going on here, he wondered. His opponent suddenly became stronger. Has he gone crazy, Tsuchi thought. It was a frontal attack without a sword. Its speed was now several times higher. The young man had no choice but to dodge. The shadow had been watching the fight all this time. The hunter was now in a berserk state. When both are exhausted, he will intervene. But the hero had no intention of giving up. Damn, the battlefield has moved. They might notice me, the controlled entity thought. Then he felt someone's hand above him. I told you I felt something was wrong, Tsuchi said. It's all because of you. Yes, the hero clarified. Wait, you got it wrong, the entity insisted. I don't believe you. After these words, the hero crushed the bastard. But the warrior did not calm down. He wanted to kill Zuochi. Could it be that I was wrong? Thought the young man. Director Chen's ranks have thinned. His comrade with a scar on his forehead fell to the ground. This is our chance, Men intervened. Don't worry, the one with the long hair is an A-class hunter, Ramon replied. Wait for my command, he added. Coming closer, the snake boss swung his leg. And with all his might, he hit the intelligence officer in the face. Oh damn, the blonde man said indignantly. Why did you kill the child? Ramon asked. You mean the girl, the bastard clarified. Then both of them looked at the girl with such a terrible fate. After this, the intelligence member began to laugh hysterically. She had a distinct smell, and perhaps no one else smells like durian, the boss said. In any case, you won't just leave me like that, Chen clarified. I'll kill you with mental power, he shouted. But Ramon managed not only to repel the attack, but also to strike back. Damn, my equipment is gone, the blonde man was indignant. A worthless alpha like you is a waste of oxygen in the world. There is no point in preserving your pheromones, Ramon stated. Chen was too weak in close combat. Your last words, the snake boss blurted out. This girl was killed by Zuochi, said the intelligence officer. Great, it works, thought the blonde. He then continued to brainwash the scent seeker. If you kill me, you will become Zuochi's accomplice, the bastard continued. I have nothing in common with him. I've only known him for a day, the former prisoner replied. Then the blonde invited the snake member to join the reconnaissance team. Do you want to kill Tsuchi? Ramon asked. Yes, he is too dangerous, Chen said. But the boss hit the bastard in the face with his fist. You want to become an enemy of the secret services for his sake? The blonde man clarified. If you want to kill Zuochi, then deal with me first, his comrade said. The The bastard started bleeding profusely from his mouth. "He promised to teach me martial arts," the snake member said. "Until I find the Omega, no one will touch him," he repeated. Chen had no choice but to curse. He was hit with many blows. But suddenly something happened. Pheromones got out of control at that moment. Chen seemed to notice this. He managed to knock down the former prisoner. "If I kill him now, my power might disappear," the intelligence member thought. First he was going to check on the patrolman. A yellow spark ran between them. At this time the hero held the bastard by the throat. Then he felt something. "Damn, useless berserker. Better to focus on his own survival," Chen thought. "I wonder if he looked in my direction when he felt the suggestion skill," the intelligence member thought. At that moment Men pulled out a dagger. "Don't move," he commanded. "Damn, that's who was hiding there," Chen said. "I told you, don't move," the guy repeated. The intelligence member began to turn slowly. "I know you. You're Zuochi's friend. How about a deal?" the bastard suggested. He stated that if he and his friend were allowed to leave, they would not touch them. "I have no reason for that," Men blurted out. "I'm kind enough for that, so choose," the blonde added. "What's funny?" asked the guy with glasses. "What else can you do but run away?" the bastard added. The hero's friend was silent for a moment. "You couldn't save anyone? You feel guilty about it?" Chen didn't calm down. "I'm sorry," Men said. "An apology alone is not enough here." The intelligence member did not calm down. "Go ahead and kill yourself. You have no other choice," the bastard suggested. Then the hero's friend brought the knife to his neck. He imagined a figure who asked him why he had decided to do this. "Because I'm just a coward," Man replied. "If you kill the bastard, you will get rid of fear," the phantom declared. "But I'm very afraid," said the guy. "Trust me, because you are me and vice versa," added the essence. "What's happening to you?" Chen shouted. A moment later, Men stabbed the intelligence officer with his blade. "Blood, I can't stand it," said the poor fellow. "Be smart, close your eyes and hit the right spot," my second self suggested. "Forget it, I'll do it myself," it said. "Damn, what a day today. Either a psycho or a madman," Chen said. Meanwhile, the hero sat on a stone and meditated. Then he felt someone approaching. "Have you found the girl?" he asked his comrades. "Unfortunately, she's dead," Ramon said. "There was a patrol hunter who killed everyone before I could react," Zuochi explained to them. "She was kidnapped by a member of the intelligence service who was nearby. The bespectacled man killed him and is now disappointed," the creditor said. The hero's friend continued to examine his brush. Then Zuochi put his hand on his shoulder. "It turns out that you are capable when it is necessary," said the young man. The friend said that he would not go any further, and that he needed to return to his classmates. "I will help you," the hero declared. "You don't understand. I'm ready to atone for my sins and I wish to die," the bespectacled man blurted out. "No one will stop me from helping a friend," said Zuochi. "It seems that no matter what difficulties you face, you always win," Men added. "The three of us are more than capable of handling reconnaissance," the hero declared. Then the young man laughed sincerely. His friends supported him with their laughter. "You counted me too," Ramon wondered. "You helped smuggle criminals? You're in the same boat with us," the hero added. "Fuck you," Ramon snapped. "If you don't go to the Green Hills, I'll do it myself," he added. "And I thought you wanted to learn to smell from a distance," Zuochi intervened. This made Ramon stop. "Damn it, I'll do it," he shouted. Afterwards, the guys found themselves in the carriage. "Zuochi, I have a bad feeling about this," Meng said. He and Ramon met two members of the intelligence service. One of them was killed, but the second disappeared and no trace of him was found on the way back. "Don't worry, the loser who ran away without a comrade won't be a problem," Zuochi assured. Someone approached the guys. "Ramon, why did you come back so quickly?" asked Zuochi. "There is news, or rather an announcement," he said. "Black Snake and Intelligence agreed to cooperate." "Damn, why they became friends, Man didn't understand." "The management won't tell me about this because I'm an employee," Ramon added. "Then we'll find out for ourselves at their headquarters," the hero said. Men, unlike the boss of the small group, agreed. If they can find out the reasons, they will be able to use the power of the mafia. Afterwards, the guys went to the necessary place. "What a tall building this is," said the hero. "Don't interrupt when I'm speaking," Ramon ordered. "I won't provoke or fight," the young man blurted out. At the entrance, they were met by a huge man with a scar on his face. "You have no right to enter here," he said. "Put us in touch with Sandy. He should be at headquarters," Ramon asked. Then the muscleman came closer. "He died last month, so get out of here," the scarred man said. Suddenly, someone called out to Zuochi. It was a man who looked like a merchant. "I am Woody. I looked after you when you were little. Don't you remember me?" he asked. Then all the guards bowed their heads before the hero. Ramon didn't understand what was going on here. "Woody, I am here to meet the Black Snake Society," the young man said. At this time, the dark entity was watching the boys. "Have them send 5 Class A hunters to the operations department. the scarred guy ordered his comrade. "Director Chen, I will soon avenge you," he muttered.